All hands on deck. William and Kate look shipshape as they brave torrential rain to board competing yachts and race each other at sailing regatta in the Bahamas. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge made a quick outfit change to board a yacht at one of the first sailing regattas in the Bahamas since the start of the COVID pandemic. Prince William and Kate greeted crowds and local fishermen as they walked along Montague Bay in New Providence on the final stop of their Caribbean tour to mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. Kate was pictured wearing a white polo shirt and cream-colored chino shorts, which she paired with her white Superga trainers that she previously wore in Belize, whilst William donned a casual blue shirt and black shorts. In the choppy waters, the Duke sailed to victory in a race against Kate today during a rain-affected regatta in the Bahamas to celebrate the Queen's Jubilee. William set sail in an iconic Bahamian sloop named the Susan Chase, whilst Kate boarded a vessel named the Ant's Nest II. She also sported a white cap once she was on board with her crewmates that had the boat's name on in red writing. His boat came in about 5 minutes ahead of 4 others, including one featuring the Duchess of Cambridge, who suffered the ignominy of coming in last with her crew. It was a second consecutive victory for William, who beat his wife in the King's Cup Charity Regatta off the Isle of Wight in 2019 when they last raced on the water. On that occasion her boat was disqualified. Kate triumphed when the ultra-competitive couple raced yachts in New Zealand in 2014. In the evening they will attend a dinner hosted by the Governor-General Sir Cornelius Smith featuring community leaders and local heroes, and the Duke will give a speech. They are currently on an 8-day tour of the Caribbean which began on Saturday and has already taken them to Belize and Jamaica. The tour will finish tomorrow. Earlier, Kate was pictured holding a newborn baby during a royal walkabout with Prince William as the couple continued their protest hit tour of the Caribbean with a visit to a school in the Bahamas amid torrential downpours. The royal couple greeted crowds who gathered in Parliament Square before attending the colorful Junkanoo Carnival in Nassau to celebrate the monarch's Platinum Jubilee alongside the Prime Minister of the Bahamas, Philip Davis, and his wife Anne-Marie. Kate was pictured speaking to a mother in the crowd and cradling her baby's head before the iconic street parade, which featured locals wearing colorful costumes and dancing to music. This morning, the couple took a trip to Sybil Strawn Primary School in Nassau this morning where they dropped in on a class to meet pupils and staff, and joined the morning assembly, with the Duchess of Cambridge joking that they had brought England's rain with us. Kate, who was wearing a dress by Self-Portrait and jewelry by Bahamian designer by Nadia Irena, said as she walked under an umbrella in the rain, "Oh my gosh. The weather, sorry, we've brought England's rain with us," and William also quipped, "We've brought the weather, haven't we?" In fact, the UK is enjoying unseasonably warm weather today as temperatures reached 19°C (66°F) and people flocked to beaches across southern England. Today's assembly saw children from schools across the Bahamian Islands dial in to meet the couple. Schools in the Bahamas were closed for nearly 2 years from March 2020 until January this year because of the pandemic. In a speech during the assembly, Kate told the children, "I hope you didn't get too wet coming here and apologies for bringing this British weather with us." The Duchess added, "Thank you so much for such a warm welcome." She said the couple's 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, all love being by the sea, adding, "So I hope they will be able to experience your clear waters and beautiful beaches before too long." Haidt said the last few years have not been easy for many of you. Appearing emotional, she added, "One of the hardest things I think we've all found about the pandemic was being separated from the people we love. But we've also had the chance to rediscover how important our families are and how important our friends are too." The Cambridges also spent time with key workers and frontline staff in an informal gathering in the Garden of Remembrance, also in the capital. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge paid tribute to frontline workers who had battled through the pandemic and shared their methods for coping with trauma. Haidt spoke to medial staff from the Princess Margaret Hospital about the relationship between physical and mental fitness, after successive lockdowns in the UK due to the COVID-19 crisis. Dr. Thomas Smith told the Duchess how community services had been rocked by the pressures of the pandemic and his worries for people's mental health. He said, "We are seeing a bigger need for those types of services, especially in a community setting. It's been tough mentally on many people. Our services really are from cradle to grave, so we cater for everyone, but it's important to recognize a need for those community relations as well." Haidt said, "That's so right. We have to look after our mental fitness as well as the physical side. I think people recognize that more and more. This is the perfect opportunity to have that conversation, and early intervention is really important too." William on the other side of a line-up of community groups from the Bahamas in the Garden of Remembrance, behind the Parliament building. The Duke spoke members of the Bahamas Red Cross who had battled the effects of the devastating Hurricane Dorian in 2019 and then were deployed to deal with COVID bases. He said, "You guys have had it pretty full on. 2 such seismic events, but now an opportunity to rebuild for the future. And I suppose that's where you guys come in again with your expertise, listening the mood," he said. "We don't want any more disasters for you. Let's hope the Bahamas Red Cross has a boring few years." Christine Lightburn from the BRC said of William, "He gets it. He really does. You can tell. He knows the pressures of the job and our roles. Nothing could prepare us for when Dorian came, but by God's grace we had others to come to help us." Prince William recognized that need for collaboration. William relayed some of personal experiences with the team from MEMS, the Emergency Medical Services, telling them of his memoirs of working as an aura ambulance pilot. He said, "Catherine and I have been doing our best to raise awareness about mental fitness. It's okay to say if you're not feeling great. When I was in the air ambulance there were plenty of times where I had an experience where I would come back at the end of the day and not be able to explain why I was feeling what I was feeling. I think it's important to recognize this and realize it's not normal. And it's important to recognize you should access any help you can if it's out there." Haidt, 40, also spoke to youngsters from the Governor-General Youth Award, a program for young people between 12 and 18 similar to the Duke of Edinburgh Award scheme. She said, "I remember it being such fun. We would go off for what seemed like days. Tell me what were the good bits. I remember going in the holidays, which was less distracting when all your friends were there.